What's happening, you guys? Alright, it is Friday, Veterans Day, November 11. As you see here, I got my one of my Air Force shirts on. You guys know that I'm a veteran myself. I'm retired. Better wait your turn there, dude. Anyway, first and foremost, I want to say Happy Veterans Day to those of you guys who were like me, veterans. Fucking fish fans should have been dropping back behind me, or people are so great about yielding or their manners here. Alright, anyway, so today is not the day that I would have been delivering the load in Long Beach that you saw me picking up last. That load I had picked up out of the Tyson facility in Nashville, Arkansas. It was supposed to deliver last night in Long Beach. I ended up getting swapped off that load at our San Bernardino drop yard, per se. I don't know if I'd really call it swapping. It's more like I dropped it in the drop yard, went home for my 10-hour break, and then came back to the yard today, early this afternoon, to pick up this load that I have now. That the other driver that I quote-unquote was swapping with, shut up, I'm in the middle of my damn lane. It's not my fault you're too stupid to figure out the difference between a lane divider line and a freaking, what used to be a line. Alright, anyway, so I ended up acquiring this load at our drop yard. I could have picked it up. I could have just waited like an hour, if even that, at our yard for the other driver to show up and hook to it then. But like, well, I'm not a client. I only have like an hour left on my clock. Let's see. I'm gonna slide over now. I'm getting on the 57 southbound right now. We're on the westbound 10 freeway in Pomona, California. Getting ready to deliver a Durafreight load in Walnut, California, which is just off the others, just west of where 60 and 57 split back off. As we're going to come down 57, and then 60 is the side of 60 that comes from Riverside or Harupa Valley. It's going to merge in with us, and then maybe a few miles later they split back off. So where they split back off, we're going to go kind of 60 alternate, I guess I would call it. It's just a short distance west of where Highway 57 and Highway 60 split back off. Anyway, though, it turned out it was a good thing I did swap off that load, because I ran as far as I could with that load. After I picked it up, I ended up stopping in Henrietta, Texas. I was down about an hour left on my clock, so I could have pushed and gotten to Vernon, Texas. Possibly. I was kind of iffy on if I would have been able to reach Vernon. But yeah, I was in the ballpark where I just wasn't going to get much further, so and not many options beyond that, except for the truck stops in this guy moving over. I just saw them hitting their brakes. I don't know if they're trying to come out. They are coming. Come on, dude. It was a bad situation there. I had a feeling, but I didn't have a choice. I had to get out of that lane. I don't want to get forced to exit only. Alright, so it's just kind of a shit situation between myself and those two cars there, really. Can't really say I'm faulting them for anything, because they need to get off the freeway. I need to get out of the exit lane. Anyway, the other options I would have had would have been the truck stops in Wichita Falls, which was maybe 20 miles away at most, or that truck stop over in Harold, Texas, in between Wichita Falls and Vernon. And I was really iffy on if I was going to make it to Vernon, so like, you know what, I'd rather just go ahead and stop here. I'd get me some either Steak and Shake or Texas Best Smokehouse. turned out that Texas Best Smokehouse, I only wanted to go there. I mean, I went to Steak and Shake instead, because I was thinking like a Reese's Peanut Butter Cup shake. And I was like, you know, and their bacon burger that they have there is pretty good too. So I ordered a bacon burger and then asked for a shake to go with it, and it turns out, their shake machine is out of service. Well, not really out of service so much as it was, I guess it was just that elderly couple, which kind of makes me wonder if they own the place. It was just the two of them working, nobody else there. And they said, yeah, I can't hire can't get anybody to work here. You know, they didn't have the staff needed to handle the shake machine. Let's see, I'll give them a thank you flash for letting me over. We are going to have look like a minor traffic delay coming up here by Grand Avenue. Actually, right here by where the 60 and 57 run together. So I was a little disappointed in that. I actually contemplating turning around and go over to Texas Best Smokehouse and eat there instead, but I just went ahead and got my Steak and Shake. Alright, anyway. Ran from there, from Henrietta all the way out to Gallup. I was going to try and get out to get about 25 miles or so into, I'm going to need to move over. That Alt 60 West is the one I'm going to take. Come on, Mercedes. I don't want you coming up into that space that I need now, because you're not going to force my ass off the freeway. Fuck you. You don't want to pay attention to my lights that I need over, then that's something that we have to do as truckers a lot of times, is actually drift our way into, or kind of crowd the lane that we're trying to get into. Not necessarily force our way in, but kind of crowd our way, kind of drift our way into there to get the other driver's attention, because they're usually just looking up ahead and not paying any attention to our traffic, our turn signals. Now, a lot of times they're just looking ahead, have no concept of what's going on or with the traffic around them, and we have to do that to get their attention. So sometimes you'll see us doing that, and it's not necessarily us trying to cut you off. It's just us trying to get your attention because you're not paying enough attention to us. Yeah, it depends though. There are drivers who really will cut you off, but a lot of us have who have any experience at all, even like a year sometimes. A lot of times we'll do that. We find that that's the best way to get someone's attention, to get them to at least react. So we can at least have some kind of chance at safely making their lane change. Alright, so I was going to talk also you guys might know that last week, famous singer, rapper, whatever, Aaron Carter had died. Now, Aaron, he lived in Lancaster, California, and that's where he was at when he died. He wasn't that old, 20-something or 30-something, I don't know. But he had an addiction problem, and I'm familiar with him. I've heard a couple of his songs before. I'm not a fan of his music, though. I think he became big when he was only like 9 or 10 years old or some shit. And, it's like watching fucking Romper Room music or some shit, listening to him or whatever at first, but come on. Come me over! Need onto Brea, onto 60, on the Brea Canyon. Maybe I'll haul an ass like that through there. Okay, so anyway, I think I can use, if I remember right. One of my friends is calling me, but it's a bad time to be answering the call. I'll have to call him back later. So anyway, let's see. I really need the Lemon Street exit. I don't think I really necessarily want Brea Canyon. I think I want to use this side of 60 and then I'd get onto the Lemon exit right after that, if I'm not mistaken. No, actually, think I need Brea Canyon. I can't remember if I can get to the lemon exit from the other side, so I'd rather err on the side of precaution and get off a little bit too early, because I know I can take surface streets up to there from here for sure, but I can't guarantee that I can get off the. Let's get into the outer lane here. I can't guarantee that I'll be able to get to the Lemon Street if I were to continue. Alright, I don't want to go out too far because, oh, we got green light now, so. Alright, got a couple options. Well, no, actually, you can't make this turn here. Lycoming, I mean, looking on the map, it looked like this would be a good way to go, but there's no truck over 5 tons sign right here on neither direction on Lycoming. So, what we're going to do is it's the same route I took last time I came out here. Come up this way and make a left turn onto, what is that, Business Center Drive or whatever that street's called. And that's actually a street that our customer is on, too. Anyway, Aaron Carter, when it was first revealed that he died, and they said that he was in his bathtub, and said that he had, I guess the housekeeper called 911 and said that a man had drowned in the bathtub. I'm like, how the hell do you drown in a bathtub? Unless there's foul play involved, or some kind of intoxicating substance involved, like alcohol or drugs. So, yeah, this street right here after this bridge, we're going to make a left. Should be, or wait, no. Is it this one? Damn it, I think this is the one. Yeah, it is that way, because I see Cisco over there. I'm going to have to overshoot and come back. Looks like I can circle around right here. Yeah, this street right here, it circles back around and I think runs back into this street right down there where that next light is at. So we'll go ahead and do that and get ourselves turned back around a little more easily and legally. Wow, we got ourselves a green light here now. So anyway, I'm trying to say it's not like I don't know much about him. Now Lancaster is not that far away from where I live, maybe 50 miles or so, 45, 50 miles. Just straight to the west of where I live in Victorville. But anyway, just the mere fact that they said that he drowned had me curious. It had nothing to do with his situation, because preliminary evidence there suggests that he was under the influence. Maybe he was probably huffing and might have became incapacitated while he was in the tub from his huffing activities. That's what the thought is. So it's more likely he pulled a Whitney Houston and accidentally died while doing drugs in the tub. So, anyway, again, it brought up this, things that make me go, And the thing that made me go, was, I really don't hear about cases of people committing suicide by drowning themselves intentionally. Now, I had a near drowning experience one time myself, so I know what it's like to almost drown. But I can't really say that I've ever heard of anybody intentionally drowning themselves. But so I go looking it up on the internet, like, is that even a thing? Because usually the only thing you ever hear about people doing is like either jumping off a high thing or shooting themselves or overdosing intentionally or slitting their wrists or hanging themselves. I don't know. All kinds of stuff there though, but I just hard pressed to figure out any case where I've heard of someone drowning themselves on purpose. All right, looks like we are. If I can get my car to, on my truck to move, I can make this. All right, we got green light anyway. So anyway, yeah, I did some research. And best I could figure out is it actually is a thing, and it's overall not very common, I guess I would say. You know, as far as nationwide statistics are concerned, suicide statistics or drownings that are intentional. Yeah, because most of them are accidental from, you know, drug abuse or alcohol abuse, whatever, or you know, or accidents or something. Or foul play. Alright, I need this lane over here. We're gonna make a right turn at this line. I had a feeling it was this Courier Road. This Courier Road turns into the same street that my customer is on, so yeah, and then sometimes there's a lag between when my blue dot on my map is at the right spot. Let's see, these guys, yeah, getting it. Alright, anyway, yeah, I try to avoid talking while I'm on at a red light, but I'm going to have to because we're running short on time here. Anyway, there was a study that was done in Newfoundland, Canada, where it turned out that there actually was a thing where, you know, I think they said that suicide by drowning, I guess, was like the fourth most common cause of suicide in that particular area. And something else that would fit that I guess was determined between that study and some other study was that suicide by drowning is more common in areas where people have more ready access to larger bodies of water, like lakes or oceans or something. And like, why does that matter? I mean, if you can just go into your tub and intentionally drown yourself or something, or shit, in your own freaking sink or whatever for that matter, you know, does it really matter if you're, you know, if you have a large body of water accessible? I don't know. But yeah, apparently that is a thing there. Let me slide over because I don't know. I'm gonna need to get into the left turn lane. But after I cross over, I need to go straight, but shut up. Got to make sure my trailer was going to stay clear of his back end there. I'm not seeing any trucks parked here in the median. That's weird. Usually, yeah, because we're going to be, you got to stop right here in the median. Because right over here by where it says Pepsico is where we're going to check in. So we're going to have to stop right here in the median. I thought usually we had to, are they letting us check in? I thought usually we had to walk up. Last time I came here, we had to walk up. So, let me find out. Because I have been here once before, and I remember you had to park here in the median and walk up. So maybe Martin has already checked in and got himself a dock door assignment. So I'm going to go ahead and stop here. Alright guys, we're checked in. He says go ahead and come on in. I'm going to go ahead and dock into door 2. I'm going to stop at the guard shack so we can check my seal and break it and all that kind of stuff. And door 2 will be the second door in once I'm past the guard shack. Kind of straddle these lanes so it's easier to make this turn here. Don't want to be running over rocks. Okay, so I was going to open my doors while I was right here, but the other guy pulled up behind me and didn't leave enough room for me to get my doors open. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is, so I can set up a straight back here. I need to be careful with this. I want to make sure I'm on the sight side if anything. So yeah, I'm off there, but I'm going to at least get my doors open and we'll back in. Okay, let's get ourselves pointed over at door 2. I'm actually a bit off there, so get pointed in that direction. I'll get my tandems lined up with door 2 as early as I can. Actually, it looks like that's fine right there. Come on. I'm like trying to turn the steering wheel to square up, and it's like I couldn't turn it fast enough. Alright, we are good. Hit that dock a little harder than I wanted to, and I don't got this guy next to me's attention. He's sitting there playing on his phone, and he kind of looked up for a second, like, yeah, so what? The back of my trailer is designed to hit stuff, so I don't really care. Try not to do it, but it happens. Alright, so checked in. Come right over here to the other side of door 1, and we'll check in at the receiving office. Well, we'll continue this when we get out of here. Alright guys, we are done unloading. It's barely 15:50 right now. So we've only been here a little over an hour. Not even an hour and a half, I'd say. It's Martin coming into here. Alright, we're going to pull out of the dock door. We're too close to the guard shack to go straight out. So what I end up doing is come over here to the other side to get my doors shut. Okay, this lady walking here though. I want to get out of the way, but I'm going to wait for her to go by before I get out of the way. I can see this other truck wants to go by, but alright. So we're out of the way here, and we get our doors shut, and it's an empty call, and we'll get out of here. Alright, we're good to go here. Let's get out of here now. A couple little wrap-up things here on the way out of here. And we ended up getting out of here so fast that we got, this Martin driver who docked in right before me. We got out of the door before him.
An important message has arrived.
I don't know. I think we're good to go, but I've got to double check.
Check the seal.
Oh. Oh, yeah, I'm empty though. You want me to pull up or open the door for you?
Is it empty?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. Appreciate it. Have a good weekend. Alright, we're good to go here. Yeah, last time I came here was for a pickup, not a delivery, but yeah, this time we're empty, so we're good to go now. Alright, let me get my phone back on its charger. So I'm going to be waiting on traffic anyway. If I recall, we're going to make the, come out to the left, make the right there on Lemon, which is that first light right there, and then go down the street, and I believe there's an on-ramp right there at 60 freeway. Let me double check it. Yeah, there's an on-ramp right there. Looks like I'm going to run right into traffic too. Alright, so just some little odds and ends for here. When you dock in, make sure you remove all the load locks that might be in there. Turned out there was one in the trailer, but I had no idea it was there. I did not load the trailer, and from outside with the doors open, even looking in the inspection door earlier, it looked like there weren't any load locks. So didn't know that there was a load lock somewhere in there. Definitely wasn't on the last pallet, that's for sure. I'll make the right here on the Lemon. They're a little bit picky on stuff too. They don't want you leaning on the wall right there by there, and then there's a fence in there. They're nitpicking about it as well. I think they're a little on the anal side about professionalism, but I can't fault them on that. Like I said, I can't say I even really disagree with any of that necessarily. So if somebody who works there at Durafreight / Pepsi, whatever, sees this video and hears me commenting about that, don't take it as I'm talking shit about your company, right? Again, it's nothing wrong with being a professional. I'm just saying you guys might be a little bit more on the anal side, or just a lot more anal about the professionalism than a lot of the customers that we deliver to or pick up from sometimes can be. That's all I really mean by that. Also, they have a break room in there. There's a sign saying no truckers allowed in the break room. However, you keep going just past, let's see, eastbound, left lane. Alright, this lane. Yeah, right. You go past the break room, there are some restrooms in there, but they have signs on the restroom doors also saying, they don't do any personal hygiene stuff. Don't try to use their restrooms. It kind of applies to those of you guys who, I'm not trying to be racist or anything. It's like if you're Muslim or Punjabi or, like Sikh, or basically, where you have, I don't know Judaism enough, or maybe Jews have the same practices. I'm just saying that Sikhs and Muslims have a cleansing ritual they're supposed to follow before they do each of their prayers. And I'm not going to talk trash about someone's spiritual practices, all right? So, but that does get perceived a certain way by people, and they do have signs that are saying, don't use their sink as a shower, or don't use their sink to shave, or brush your teeth or whatever, that kind of stuff. It's just strictly you're in there to use the restroom and that's it, and then get the hell out. Now that's their policy. Just saying that's how it is. So, and they say they will ban you from the property if they find you using their bathroom for something else. You're not going to try to sneak around me, do you think, are you? Alright, let's see if we can get up here onto, we're good, as long as this truck stays over here. Alright, so I think that kind of wraps that part up there. I want to say there was another little detail there too that I wanted to talk about. Oh yeah. Well, when you dock in, you go bring your bills in. They're pretty, actually, the guy who was there was friendly. I would say, not the friendliest guy in the world, but definitely friendly and professional. Not where I would ever talk trash about him. And their thing is, like, the door light will turn red, they'll start unloading you, and then when the light turns green again, go back in the office. Their bills will probably be sitting on the ledge of the counter, whatever you want to call it there. where you can just grab them and go. You don't even have to sit there and wait on the on them to come up to the window to give them to you. They're probably already sitting there, so it's a good, quick process overall. Like I said, I was only in off-duty status for literally 1 hour, so that was definitely not any complaint at all there as far as how quick it was to get in and out of there, right? All right, so that said, I'm gonna go get this trailer washed out and probably fill it up with it's kind of borderline 3/4, so I'll probably fill it back
Attention,
up.
a new important message has arrived.
Probably fill it back up with fuel.
A new important message has arrived. Attention, a new important message has arrived.
Now, see, they've already assigned the load to me, but it needs an airbag, and I sent the message in before I docked in there, or actually when I docked in or something like that, that hey, this trailer has a bad airbag, needs to be replaced. Told them I'm gonna probably just go ahead and drop it in the drop yard, red tag it, report it, whatever, and just bobtail home. And then tomorrow I have a reload at a Colton that is going to Temple, Texas. So. And it doesn't pick up until tomorrow evening, so I have plenty of time where, I can just go ahead and drop this off at the yard. The Thermo King guy who works on the trailers there, you guys just go ahead and replace it there instead of me having to sit at TA and wait to get in the dock door the repair bay for who knows how long. And then possibly to get told that they don't even have the airbag that I need anyway, so. I'd rather just drop it in the drop yard and bobtail home and then come back down to the drop yard tomorrow to grab another empty when it's time to pick up my reload, alright? So that'll be the plan. So I ended up getting a 10+ hour break at home yesterday. By the way, on my way up to my house, bobtailing up there, I pulled in for level 1 inspection in the Cajon Pass way station. I'll tell you more on that story, I guess, later, but I have the footage for that. Stay delayed. I have the footage for that. I will be posting that soon. I don't know if it'll be right after this video or maybe perhaps while I'm en route to the Temple delivery. We'll figure that one out, but I assume that it won't be till I'm on my way to Temple or sometime after. I don't know, but I will have that footage. Or at least I plan to do a video on that. I at least have the footage available and just, see what happens. Alright, so that's what's kind of on the horizon there. I also got a couple of things you see while trucking additions from on the way over here that I want to show. One would be a car trying to squeeze in between me and a bobtail or another truck, whatever it was. They were trying to get into the left turn lane in front of me in San Bernardino to get over to southbound 215 the same way I was going. But now, mind you, I was already on my brakes and slowing down to get in behind the guy who was in front of me, or to stop behind him. But and then this car tried to squeeze in, and they decided that it was not such a good idea, and they made the better decision and stayed in their own lane and ended up just making a left turn from further up around the lead person. And then also on the way over here, I got footage. I should have footage of a car that decided to go from I'm in the far right lane, and car goes from 3 lanes over, crosses over and right in front of me and into the gore point to an exit that has construction cones also there, and they actually stop in the gore point with the corner of the car actually just a little bit into my lane. And what the hell are you thinking? Anyway, those are a couple of things we got going on there that will eventually make it into things I see while trucking compilation videos, right? So otherwise, I'm gonna go, like I said, go fill this thing up with reefer fuel and get it washed out and go drop it in the yard. And we'll have another video for you, whatever, like a day after you see this one. And that should be the Walmart pickup in Colton, all right? So, all right, until then, I will see you guys then, all right? You all have a great day, great weekend. Hope you all had a great, you know, celebratory or at least a relaxing, whatever, Veterans Day weekend. And we'll see you guys in Colton. See ya.